All right, so Black LGBTQ people always have been involved in the civil rights movements. From Bayard Rustin, the man who organized the historic March on Washington, to Stonewall, and at every point in between, Black people have always been involved in the struggle for equality. While we're doing this work, we're negotiating various identities. Black trans people like Monica Roberts navigates in the Black community of religion, families, historically Black colleges and universities, and sororities and fraternities. In addition, she advocates in the broader structures of government, political parties, and civil rights groups. Over the last 20 years, Monica has learned the rules of the game, learned to break the rules, wrote her own rules, and has played the game to win. Yay, Monica. Her work for equality in Houston and other communities is legendary and impactful.
10 years ago, I came out as a transgender man right here in Houston, Texas. Thank you. I was able to do that because there was already a strong, close-knit trans community. Women like Kristen Williams, Lily Roddy, Phyllis Fry, and Monica had set the stage for people like me. I'm honored to be following in their footsteps. Now, more than ever, we need our trans communities and our allies to be visible and vocal. We are under attack, but with folks like Monica helping to move the needle towards full equality, I know we will get there. Like she wrote in her blog, trans rights are human rights. They know it, we know it, and we have the facts and the moral high ground in this human rights struggle. We are honored to present the John Walzel Equality Award to Monica Roberts. Thank you. Oh, hey, if you haven't voted for Houston Pride Grand Marshal, she and I are both running.
Well, this isn't an April Fool's joke. To the HRC Houston Gala tri-chairs, HRC Houston Chad Griffin, Ian Barrett, our local, state, and national political leaders in attendance, distinguished Gala attendees, fellow award recipients, and my TBLGQ family in this house. Tonight, I stand at this podium to announce that I humbly accept the John Walzel Equality Award. In 3 days, I'll celebrate the 24th anniversary of the April 4th, 1994 day this hometown Houston girl nervously walked into Houston's Intercontinental Airport's Terminal C to clock in for my first shift as the fabulous person you see standing before you. As those of you who know me are already aware of, I'm not only proud of being unapologetically Black and trans, I have no problem speaking truth to power and calling crap out. Next year will mark 20 years of activism for me. I'm also part of a long tradition of Houston trans women who have since 1972 in the late Tony Mays, Phyllis Fry, Sarah De Palma, Nikki Aragoose-Lloyd, and Dee Dee Waters, just to name a few, have fought tenaciously for our humanity and human rights as trans people and the human rights of others. I started getting involved in trans rights efforts in 1988 because, frankly, I didn't see people who looked like me in the leadership ranks of this community. Black trans people exist. We are more than just tragic transsexuals, and we are definitely capable of leading in this ongoing human rights fight. Black trans people must be at the advocacy and policy tables because, frankly, some of the legislators voting on our issues share my ethnic background. Human rights are not a zero-sum game as our right-wing opponents like to lie and say they are. I practice what I preach on my blog TransGriot about coordinated intersectional actions and being there for other communities and groups in their human rights struggles like our Black Lives Matter chapter here and HRC. I believe that when you criticize someone or an organization for screwing up, you must praise them when they're doing things right. I must admit that since the 2007 Enda debacle, HRC as an organization is on a positive trend line. Can it be better? Yes. And it's going to have to be if HRC is ever going to win the trust of those skeptical transgender community folks. It is your deeds as an organization at the local, state, and national levels. Those skeptics will be watching, and unfortunately, you have little room for error. Recently, I saw local HRC members like Melissa Vivanco and Lou Weaver in the trenches when we passed HERO in May 2014. And while defending the ordinance, I saw Ian, Lou, Melissa, Megan Stabler, Marty Rouse, and other folks from HRC at multiple lobby days in Austin last month in partnership with other organizations walking the halls of our state capitol. I see the HRC sponsorships to trans conventions like the Black Trans Advocacy one that's coming up in Dallas at the end of this month, and the new HRC Houston office that has been opened. The progressive community needs HRC to be on its A+ human rights game because of a hostile to LGBTQ human rights Trump administration. Texas has a regressive GOP legislature trying to pass unjust laws like the Texas Transgender Oppression Act, aka SB 6, while fueling, as Senfronia Thompson called it, and I'm going to borrow her words, the hellfire flames of anti-trans hatred and attacking trans kids to do so. Unfortunately, this hostile rhetoric is killing my black trans sisters, and I'm tired of it. We have much work to do to ensure that there is no slippage or repeal of TBLGIQ positive human rights laws, court cases, programs, and policies people and our allies have worked tirelessly for decades to achieve. We have the moral high ground in this fight, not our loud and wrong pseudo-faith-based opposition. And when we work together as a team, we can accomplish anything. Thank you.